Hey, it's Adam, Avalon Auto, Alpharetta, Georgia, working on this beautiful 99 Land Cruiser, River Rock Mica. We sold this one about a month ago, and I had an IOU for the customer because we tried to get a second key, but it would not go into programming mode, and we could never get the remote to work. Had the locksmith try, had the diagnostic guy mess with it for frickin' days, and ultimately needed an ECU. So Toyota has discontinued these ECUs. There is a company on eBay or on the web called Module Mechanics. They sell a reman ECU, so it ends in 8.4, which is a reman indicator. And it comes with a key. I took the guts out of that key and put it in one that had already been cut. But it's pretty easy swap. I mean, you can do it in 5 minutes. You've got 2 screws at the bottom feet of the glove box that go here and here. And then there's 5 other little screws or 4 other little screws that hold on this little black shroud in here. And then you've got a Phillips head or a 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 10 millimeter. Take your ECU out, unplug everything, swap over the top bracket and the bottom bracket. Also, before I disconnected this ECU, I did disconnect the negative volt terminal on the battery, just in an abundance of caution, before I unplugged the ECU. So disconnect your battery, disconnect your ECU, put the new ECU in, and then everything started up perfectly, and I did get it to go into programming mode. So now we have doors that will lock and unlock. Before I did this, if you're having issues with it going into programming mode, there is a good chance you may need door lock actuators. There's a company called Actuators Plus on eBay that does remans of OEM actuators. We did have to replace both front doors because when you're going through the programming cycle, you have to lock, unlock like 10 times. And basically you want to go through and make sure those clickers don't tire out, because it's pretty common on these old 100 series that the actuator motors will burn out, get hot. Sometimes they'll work in the winter for a couple of cycles, and then come hot, 100-degree days in the summer, all of them die at the same time. Those little motors are like $5. You can rebuild them. There's some YouTube videos on that. I just support the Actuators Plus guy. He does a good job. An OEM actuator is much better than an aftermarket actuator, in my experience. Aftermarket ones, we have issues with doors not closing properly or sticking or jamming or whatever. So check your actuators. That may be an issue. We tried that first with this. Still didn't go into programming mode. Ended up having to get an ECU. Again, 5-minute swap, very easy, but now we can go into programming mode and we can program the other 2 keys we have to it, to this cruiser. So, Adam with Avalon Auto. This is a 1999. I believe this ECU part number is only good from like 98 to 02, I believe. But call Toyota, give them your VIN. They'll give you the right part number for it. But this is the one we got from the Module Mechanics, 89661-60611-84. The original one was 89661-60610. So 1 digit off, but apparently when I talked to Toyota, that's just an updated part number. So original ECU, I don't know if Module Mechanics can rebuild this one or not. I'll see if they want it back. There is no core charge, but if you're having issues with keys, I didn't find this on any forums outside of I Hate Mud, but swapping the ECU, super easy, dozen bolts, takes you 5 minutes. So this 99 Cruiser is 100%, and this IOU has cost me about $1,000 between both front door lock actuators, the ECU, diagnostic time, extra keys and all that, but customer's going to be happy. So that's the important part. Have a great day.